Students, this is class 11th subject maths chapter 2nd relations and functions from the book NCERT Exemplar, and your lecture is we will discuss the holiday homework. So question 5th is given A is equal to the set 1 2 3 4 5. S is given as xy ordered pair xy such that xy both belongs to the set A. Find ordered pairs which satisfy. We have to find the ordered pairs such that x plus y is equal to 5. So with 1, 4 will come because 1 plus 4 is 5. Similarly, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 1, right? With 5, nothing will come because when you add anything with 5, it will not be equal to 5 because 0 is not in this set, right? Now x plus y less than 5. So those ordered pairs such that sum of x and y is less than 5. So with 1, starting with 1, we can take 1 1, then 1 2, 1 3, up to here only. You will not take 1 4 because it is 5, but we want the sum should be less than 5. Then with 2 2 1, 2 2, and then 3 3 1 only because 3 2 is 5, so we will not take that, right? Now then x plus y greater than 8. So greater than 8, if you take the largest number 5 with 1, it will result 6, which will not be greater than 8. Similarly, 2 and 5 will give 7, 3 and 5 will give 8, but we want sum should be greater than 8. Now see 4, 5. 4 and 5 will give you 9, which is greater than 8. We cannot take 4, 4 because 4 plus 4 is 8, but we want the sum greater than 8. Then with 5, we can take 4 and 5, 5. Clear? Now question number 6. R is the relation given xy such that x square plus y square is equal to 25 and xy both belongs to the whole number. Find domain and range. We have to find the domain and range. So for this, first of all, find the relation in roster form. Then all the first element will be the domain and the second element will be the range, right? Now see, x and y belongs to whole numbers and x square plus y square is equal to 25. So the possible cases are 0, 5, 3, 4, 4, 3 and 5, 0. So the first element, set of first element gives domain which is equal to the range. Now question number 7th, if R1 is given as ordered pair xy such that y is equal to 2x plus 7. X belongs to the set of real numbers. Also it is given that x belongs to the interval minus 5 to 5. Find domain and range of R1. So the first element will be the domain. So x will be the domain of R1. Now see, it is already given that x lies in this interval. Therefore domain is minus 5 to 5 with the closed brackets on both the sides. Now range will be the second element y. Now y is defined as 2x plus 7. So we will find the range. See, domain is minus 5 to 5. So it will be minus 5, minus 4.9 and so on. Then minus 4 will come. Then minus 3 will come and so on up to 5. So we will calculate the value of y at integers only. So taking when x equal to minus 5, you will get y as minus 10 plus 7 minus 3. Then at minus 4, y will be minus 8 plus 7 equal to minus 1. Then at x equal to minus 3, y will be minus 6 plus 7, 1. And when similarly see, now you can see the value at minus 5 is minus 3. As x increased, value of y increased. Then when x is minus 3, value of y is 1. So value of y is going on increasing, right? So at 5 the value of y will be highest, and at -5 value of y will be lowest. So we know the range will start from -3, and now just calculate it at this number, highest number of the domain. At 5 y will be 10 plus 7 17. Therefore range will go from -3 to 17, because we can see range is also increasing, right? So range will be this. Question number 9th, fx is equal to modulus x. Remember, this is the function of modulus. X belongs to R. Find domain and range. So as we can see, for any value of x, fx is defined and x belongs to real number. Therefore domain is the complete set R. Now as we know, modulus always gives positive values, right? And also at 0, at x equal to 0, fx will be 0. Therefore range will be all positive values union 0. That is, range will be from 0 to infinity, and at 0 closed bracket will come, because 0 is also included. Clear? Question number 10th is given relation of function justify. So just to revise, a relation is a function if each and every value of the domain has unique image. Each value of domain must have an image, and also the image should be unique, right? So first is this set. As we can see here, this relation is not a function. Why? Because the first element 3 has two images, 9 and 11. Now next, g is equal to n 1 by n. N is a positive integer. So see, for each positive integer, in positive integer 0 will not come, right? It will start from 1. So 1, the image will be 1. For 2, the image will be 1 by 2. So for each element, the image will be unique. Therefore yes, it is a function. Next is the set S n comma n square such that n belongs to the set of positive integers, that is z plus. So this is a function, yes, because each positive integer has a unique square, right? Next is t is equal to x comma 3. X belongs to positive integers. So see, this is also a function because every element has only one image, that is 3. This is a constant function. You take any value, you'll get the answer as 3, right? Now question number 11th, I have taken only the 5th part. So fx is given, gx is given. You have to find this f of t minus f of 5 upon t minus 5, and because this should exist, t must not be equal to 5. So this condition is also given. Now we have to find this. Now ft will be, in place of x put t square plus 7, and f5 will be, in place of x put 5. So 5 square, that is 25 plus 7 is 32 upon t minus 5. This will be t square minus 25 upon t minus 5. This can be written as, this is a square minus b square. This is 5 square. So you can write it as t minus 5 into t plus 5 upon t minus 5. Therefore it is equal to t plus 5. Number 17th, find domain of the following functions. So the function is given as fx is equal to 1 upon root 1 minus cos x. We have to find the domain of this function. So for domain, those values of x we have to take those values of x so that fx should be defined. Now this 1 minus cos x is in the denominator, also in the root. Therefore it should be greater than 0, right? This means cos x is less than 1. You will study this in 3rd chapter For this question, just understand this, that cos x lies in the cos x lies between the -1 to 1. So we want cos x to be less than 1 and cos x lies between these two numbers. Now we should not take those values of x which is equal to 1. Other than that, cos x will be less than 1, right? So cos x is equal to 1 at x equal to 2n pi. So we don't want cos x equal to 1. So x should not be equal to 2n pi, where n belongs to the integers. Now this also you will learn in chapter number 3rd. Right? For now only just understand this. If cos x is equal to 1, then x is equal to this. Therefore domain will be all real numbers but not these. So real set minus this set 2n pi, where n belongs to integers. Second is fx is equal to 1 upon root x plus modulus x. So for the domain we want this should be greater than 0, but first of all we will define this clearly. So modulus x, we know when x is equal to or greater than 0, then it is x, and when x is less than 0, then modulus of x is minus x. Now x plus modulus x will be in this, just add x. So x plus x 2x when x is equal to greater than 0, and when x is less than 0, modulus x is minus x. So x plus minus x will be 0, right? Now for domain we want this to be greater than 0. Now see, at x less than 0, this value is 0, but we want this value greater than 0. So x less than 0 cannot be the domain, right? Now at x equal to greater than 0, this value is equal to 2x. So if we see at x equal to 0, this is equal to 2x, right? And in place of x, when you will put 0, so 2 into 0 will be 0. But we want this value greater than 0. But we can see when x is 0, the value of this is 0. That is not greater than 0. So the domain will be all positive numbers. Less than 0 numbers we cannot take, because at that value of this is 0. At 0 also the value of this is 0. But check, at x equal to 1 the value will be 2. At x equal to 2 the value will be 4. So the domain will be all set of positive real numbers, right? 0 will not be included, only r plus. Clear? Now next is third, which is easy. Fx is equal to x into modulus x. So the domain will be real set. This is pretty much clear. Why? Because here for any value of x, function is defined, right? Now fourth, this is also easy. For this domain, we want the denominator should not be equal to 0. That is, x should not be equal to plus minus 1. And therefore domain will be all real set minus these two numbers 1 and minus 1 in the curly brackets. Clear? Now question number 18th. Find the range of the functions. First is fx is equal to 3 upon 2 minus x square. We have to find the range of the functions. So to find the range, let this be as y, or let fx be as y. So let y is equal to this 3 upon 2 minus x square. Now first of all we will find the value of x in terms of y. So take 2 minus x square this side and y this side. Now x square will be 2 minus 3 upon y, and x will be root 2y minus 3 upon y. I have taken LCM y, right? Now see, as we know, the function is defined on the set of reals. So x is real. X will be real if this, the term inside the root, that is 2y minus 3 upon y, is either equal to 0 or greater than 0. Now see, from here we will get the value of y, and we let this value as y, that is fx is y. So the values of y will nothing but the range of fx, range of the function, right? So we will find the value of y. Now see, we know this, that this is either equal to 0 or greater than 0. So two cases arise. First is, see, if both the numerator and denominator are positive, then the result will be greater than 0. Or if numerator is equal to 0, then the result will be 0. Which we also want. We want this either greater than 0 or equal to 0. So it will be equal to 0 when the numerator is 0. And also we cannot take denominator as 0. If y becomes 0 at any point, then not defined. Then the value will be not defined, right? So the case first is that both the numerator and denominator should be greater than 0, right? Numerator and denominator both should be greater than 0. Also, because this value can also be equal to 0, for that we can say that numerator can be equal to 0, but denominator cannot be equal to 0. Therefore, first case is that numerator is either equal to greater than 0, and because this is the compulsory condition, so you will take and y greater than 0, right? So when you solve this, you'll get y equal to greater than 3 by 2 and y greater than 0. Now take the intersection, and means intersection. So y equal to or and greater than 3 by 2 is this, because equality is there, so filled circle will come, and y greater than 0 will be this. Equality is not there, therefore empty circle will come. So intersection of these two will be y equal to greater than 3 by 2, and let this be as 1. Case second. So we will take OR in case 1 and case 2, right? Case 2 is if both of these are negative. If suppose numerator and denominator both are negative, then they will become greater than 0, that is positive, which we want. And also in this case, numerator can be 0 but denominator cannot be 0. Therefore, the second case is both are less than 0 and taking numerator as equal to 0 also. So you will get y equal to less than 3 by 2 and y less than 0. And means intersection of these will be equal to less than 3 by 2 and less than 0. So intersection of these will be y less than 0. Y equality is not there because 0 is included in this line, but 0 is not included in this line. Here it is empty circle. Therefore y is less than 0. Now see, from first and 2, these two results we will take the union, because case 1 or case 2 is there. So OR means union. So y belongs to 3 by 2 to infinity union. Less than 0 means minus infinity to 0. Clear? Now next is second part, that fx is equal to 1 minus modulus of x minus 2. So see, modulus of x minus 2 will be same, that is positive, if x is either equal to 2 or greater than 2, because at 2 minus 2 will be 0, then 3 minus 2 will be 1. So at x equal to or greater than 2, this will be same as x minus 2, and at less than 2, this will be negative of x minus 2. Now we want to find 1 minus modulus of x minus 2. So 1 minus this number when x is greater than equal to 2, and when x is less than 2, 1 minus minus now becomes plus x minus 2. So the function this will be 3 minus x when x is equal to greater than 2, and x minus 1, right? 3 minus x, why? Because 3 minus x, and x minus 1 when x is less than 2, right? Now first we solve for this when x is equal to greater than 2. the value of this function is 3 minus x. So at 2, fx will be 3 minus 2, 1. Then at 3, fx will be 3 minus 3, which will be 0. So you can see when x is equal to or greater than 2, the value of fx decreases, right? So 1 is the highest value. So for this, fx belongs to the interval minus infinity to 1, because value of fx decreases. And at 1, close bracket will come, because at 2, fx is equal to 1. Now we will solve for the values x less than 2. So at x equal to 1, so 1 is less than 2, we have to take this function. Fx becomes 1 minus 1, 0. Then x equal to 0, this is also less than 2, so we have to take this function. So 0 minus 1 is minus 1. So we see for this function, for this set of values, that x less than 2 also, the value of fx decreases, 0 minus 1, and it will go on decreasing. Now see, x here is less than 2, that is very close to 2 but not equal to 2. So if suppose I take the value 1.9999, then fx will be 0.9999, that is the value of fx will be very close to 1 but not equal to 1. Therefore at x less than 2, value of fx decreases and goes up to 1 but not equal to 1, very very close to 1, right, but not equal to 1. Therefore you will draw an open bracket, right? Now see, for these two, from these two we can see the value of fx is minus infinity to 1. So the range will be minus infinity to 1. Why we are taking closed bracket here? Because at 2, fx assumes the value 1. So range will include 1 also, right? So this is our range. See, third part is fx is equal to modulus of x minus 3. As we know, modulus always gives the positive values. Also at 3, you can see f3 is 3 minus 3, which is 0. So the range is all positive values and 0 will also be there. So 0 to infinity, and at 0, close bracket will come. Fourth is fx is equal to 1 plus 3 cos 2x. I have already told you that the value of cos x lies between minus 1 to 1, right? In place of cos x, if cos 2x is there, no matter, the value will still lies from minus 1 to 1. Now see, here it is 3 cos 2x, so multiply it with 3, because 3 is a positive number, so sign of the inequality will not change. This you have studied in chapter 6, right? So minus 3 equal to less than 3 cos 2x equal to less than 3. Now because 1 is also there, so add 1. Minus 2 equal to less than 1 plus 3 cos 2x equal to less than 4. Therefore this is only the fx, so range will be minus 2 to 4. I hope this question is clear to all of you. So your homework is check your answers carefully and correct it if there is any mistake. Okay, thank you.